They'll need your undivided attention.
It's about to go down.
Yes, I'm so down.
Yes. With DJ Matt Peterson.
I need your undivided
Hello,
attention.
John, and thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. Hello, folks, and welcome to the summer of 2017. My name is DJ Matt Peterson from Peterson Productions Disc Jockeys, and we are located in Northampton, Mass. Today we're going to be talking about coming to you for performing live at outdoor events. As you can see, we have a beautiful cornfield out here, and I'm set up on location at one of our local elementary schools. This is a place we perform at regularly, year in and year out, and we've been doing an event here for the past 8 years. Now, folks, when I mention performing at outdoor events, you probably think, wow, that's great. Think about a great opportunity, great location, great setup. But folks, I'm here to remind you of a few things, a couple of tips, suggestions, tools of the trade, if you think about, and actually how to go ahead and perform at an outdoor event. First thing you need to think about is actually the location of where you're going to be set up. If you're going to be outdoors, there's a few things to remember. You definitely need to have protection from the elements. I'm talking about sun protection. I'm talking about protection from the rain, the wind, even possibly snow. Here in New England, we have all 4 types of the seasons that we can perform at. From early March to all the way to October or November, we can be performing outdoor events. There's a few things you want to think about in terms of setting up outside. The first thing you want to do, folks, is definitely go ahead and take a pre-event site checkup. Go to the event beforehand, take a look at your local surroundings and environment. Okay. This is very important for several things. One, where you're going to be located. Is your entertainment stage, your area of expertise, are you going to be outdoors? Are you going to be on concrete, pavement, sand, dirt? You're going to be at a beach, you're going to be outside in grass, or you're going to be outside in a cornfield, or possibly perhaps even in a barn. Here in New England, we have all those elements to deal with, so you want to think about it before going out to the event of what entertainment equipment you're going to need, as well as what services you're going to need to provide for that actual event. Now, when doing outdoor events, folks, you want to definitely do a pre-event checkup. You want to have a checklist, and you want to go through that checklist beforehand, before you prepare to go out to that local event. Okay. Now, with outdoor events, a few of the things to mention out there, you got to ask your client these questions in advance before the actual event. Very, very important, folks. I've known a lot of DJs or entertainers to go out to an event, and then they say, well, they didn't have power for me. What was I supposed to do without power? Well, you know what? This situation could have been avoided if you thought about that in advance and talked to your client before the actual event. Now, folks, here in New England, we love doing outdoor events. We love backyard barbecues. We have cornhole tournaments. We have pitch tournaments. We have horseshoe tournaments. I've even done events at an oxbow, at our water ski shows, okay? There's outdoor events anywhere, and you can definitely go ahead and provide music and great entertainment at your events, but you gotta know what you're getting yourself into before you take the event. Very, very important. Always know what you need to bring out to that event to go ahead and supply the local entertainment. Now, folks, that's very important, again, because you gotta think about it in advance of the event and know what you're bringing out to the event. For outdoor events, I'm definitely gonna recommend several things. Upon your site visit check, please go ahead and find out and ask your client if they're going to provide you with a tent, a canopy, a tarp. What are they going to provide for you for the elements? Now, folks, it's very easy to think that you're going to be outside, and I've done events before at 5:30 in the morning. I've gone out there, set up, get ready to go. Do yourself a favor, take a look at your local weather apps, take a look at the local weather conditions. Very important. Is there going to be condensation on the ground? Is the grass going to be wet? If you're performing at a beach, when is low tide? When is high tide? These are all important factors to look at when planning your outdoor event. Now, when you talk to your client, definitely find out in advance if they're going to be providing the elements, if they're going to provide protection from the elements. This is very important, folks, because let me tell you, it's very easy here in New England. It gets windy. Sometimes it gets cloudy. Sometimes it gets rainy. We can have a pop-up thunderstorm, or shower, or rainstorm at any given notice. You have to prepare to be ready for anything that comes your way. Now, folks, it's been my experience in many of the years of DJing, I've encountered all these different types of events. I'm only here to make a couple suggestions, tips to make the event go easier for you. So please, do yourself a favor, get your pre-event checklist and go over that with your client in advance of the event. Questions you want to ask: are they going to provide you the tent? Are they going to provide you with power? Do you have to supply a generator? Do you have to supply the power cords? Do you have to supply extra long extension cords? All these things come in advance of the event. It's easy to say, hey, great, it's great outdoor backyard barbecue. Go ahead, I'll play your music for you. We'll be there. It's going to be a great time. But folks, what happens in the event of bad weather. What happens if it does rain? Folks, now I don't know about you, but your equipment is very, very delicate and very sensitive. Without your equipment, a DJ is pretty much nothing. Now, I know I'm not going to sit here and suggest you have to have the best top-of-the-line equipment. You know, I know several DJs who are part-time or full-time. It doesn't matter. Each event that you do, you have to put your best foot forward and do the best type of entertainment services you can provide. So knowing your equipment inside and out will definitely help you for outdoor events. For the outdoor events, there's a couple things to remember that you have to go ahead and ask for in advance or provide them yourself. Again, tent, power requirements, all very important. Are they going to provide power? Is your client going to provide power? Are they going to provide the proper requirements? How far away are you from your actual event and the event location? Very, very, very important, folks. The average person does not know how far 25, 50, or 100 feet away is. Now, if you take a look at a local baseball field or even a football stadium that I've had the opportunity to go ahead and DJ at as being the MC or PA announcer, folks, very important. You have to know your requirements for your ohms, your wattage, and your speaker output. Know this in advance of the event. A question that I always like to ask my clients in advance of the event as well is how many people are going to be there. Now, folks, a general backyard barbecue can have 50, 60, maybe 100 people. I've actually been lucky enough to go ahead and do events for 12,000 to 15,000 people. Now, folks, that requires a lot more power and a lot more amperage and a lot more wattage for that actual event. So do yourself a favor before the actual event, ask these questions in advance to your client. Have a pre-event checklist and go through that checklist before the actual event. Now, folks, for these big events of the 12,000 to 15,000 people, do yourself a favor. If you're not equipped to handle that type of a large crowd, do yourself a favor, check out your local union workers, go ahead and hire a professional audio company that will go ahead and back up you for that. Now, folks, the average DJ is used to doing small parties, anywhere from 50 to 250 people. It's pretty much the average, even for a wedding. For big, larger events, do yourself a favor, hire a professional, go ahead and hire a professional sound company to back you up, and also for your requirements for your generator as well. Now, folks, in terms of a generator for your power supply, again, very, very important. Do yourself a favor, go ahead and take a look at your location in advance, okay? Find out where the nearest power outlet is or your nearest power connection. Very, very important for outdoor events. You have to know, and you have to know how far away you are from that actual power source. For your power supply, I always recommend one thing. Find one outlet, uninterrupted, the only source you're going to be plugging into. Now, folks, this is very important for your outdoor events. If they have a bounce house, if they have a dunk tank, if they have other musical requirements, or if they have other like a band's coming down there, a local band or a local group or any of those things, find out what their power requirements are. And folks, do yourself a favor, do not plug them into the same outlet or same power supply as you. Very, very important. You might blow a fuse, and if you lose power, everybody's going to turn and look to the DJ and go, "What the hell did you do?" It's not necessarily your fault all the time, but folks, do yourself a favor and always, always, always check your power requirements. This is very important also with running power cords. Now, for an outdoor event, for your power cords, several things you have to look for here. You're going to have to look at the location of your tent or your canopy or your event entertainment stage, okay? You have to know where you're going to be located. And again, are you outdoors on grass, sand, dirt, pavement, concrete, all these simple things. Do yourself a favor, and I strongly recommend that no matter where you go, take a look at where you're going to be set up in your pre-event checklist, find out where you're going to be set up, and folks, plan on setting up in the utmost furthest location from where you're going to be. Always go ahead and plan extra power cords. Always go ahead and plan extra junction boxes or power supplies, okay? Again, find out if you need a generator. For mobile DJing, I highly recommend the Honda EU generators. They are very, very popular, they're very easy, and folks, they're battery powered and they run on gas. Very quiet, perfect for the mobile entertainer, mobile DJ as well, okay? You can also go with a longer route if you're outside somewhere. They have generators that are actually diesel or gas operated. Go ahead and do those, but they're very big and bulky and kind of hard. For your events outside, definitely plan on bringing extra power along as well. But for those cables and those cords, folks, do yourself a favor and go ahead and plant them and secure them at all costs. CYA, folks, that's right. Cover your assets at all times. Now, with the cords, there's many different things you can do. There's cable connectors, there's cable tracks, there's runners, There's guards, cable cords, or even cable locking devices out there. Folks, you can even go ahead and break open a coat wire hanger if you want, and go ahead and tape that down on the ground, stamp it down on the ground, and that'll keep your cords secure. Okay. If you're going to double loop your cords together, if you're running long extension cords, run them apart, break them apart, separate them, tie them together so that they don't come loose. Because folks, if people are walking across that, I'm talking either a tractor truck, a semi-tractor trailer truck, all these things, there's going to be wear and tear on your cords. So always beware of that. Go ahead, tape down your cords. The other thing you can do is go ahead and get yourself some caution tape from your local Home Depot or department store. Go ahead, tape off the area of where you're going to be. Now folks, if you're using outdoor speakers and you're using speakers that you're going to put up on a tripod or on a stand, go ahead and make sure you secure those as well. Same thing with your tent area. With your tented area, do yourself a favor and go ahead and get sandbags, weights, concrete bricks, blocks, or even boulders or big stones. These things are very important to hold down your tent in case of wind. Now folks, there's very small weights you can get yourself out there. Go to your local department store or box store. There's little weights you can grab. Those are tiny. They're only about 5 to 10 pounds each. Those are only for small to moderate or medium wind, 5 to 10 pounds tops. If you're going to be doing an outdoor canopy event, do yourself a favor. You can go ahead and rent them, but they're going to cost you extra time, extra money, and an investment in your equipment. For your equipment outside for outdoor events, folks, do yourself a favor again. Have a facade, have a tabletop thing, have something to protect your equipment from the elements that are outside. Now folks, it's very easy to go ahead and do an outside event and your computer or your laptop screen, or if you're a digital DJ at all, very, very important, know how to change and configure your resolution and your screen size. You're going to be outside, and if you can't see your screen at all, you're not going to be able to play your music. So very, very important. The other thing I recommend, suggest you do, is have a fan, have a portable fan to keep yourself and your equipment cool. This is very, very important, folks. While you're outside performing outdoor events, always remember to take care of you. You're no good if you and your equipment aren't working properly, folks. So always remember to hydrate yourself, take care of yourself, have food readily available, cold beverages, and of course, water. Very, very important. Always hydrate yourself, and folks, don't forget that sunscreen. Go ahead and slather on that sunscreen, take care of yourself. If you need to wear sunglasses, if you need to wear a hat, always do that. But again, know your location. Also do yourself a favor, folks, on your phones or on your smart devices, go ahead and tap into the local weather app. Very, very important. Go ahead and do those things. So folks, we've covered several things about doing an outdoor event. With doing an outdoor event, definitely plan in advance. Find out if they're going to provide the tent, your entertainment stage, your power supplies, your power cords. All these things are very important. Find out the actual location of where you're going to be. Very, very important. And folks, the other thing I'll remind you about is do yourself a favor. Very, very important in terms of CYA, covering your assets at all times. Go ahead, visit your local DJ association, find out about event insurance, liability insurance, and equipment insurance. Very, very important. Now folks, most of those won't cover an act of God. There are certain situations that you will not be covered under, but again, CYA at all times. Do yourself a favor, go ahead and always plan in advance for your outdoor local events. So with that, that's going to do it for me, folks. DJ Matt Peterson from Peterson Productions Disc Jockeys. Hope you're having a great summer out there. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Disc Jockey News mini information sessions. My name is Matt Peterson. You can reach me at petersonprodj@gmail.com. You can also call me at 413-387-2119. 413-387-2119. That's going to do it for me, folks. Take care, folks. Have a great summer, and enjoy your performing at your outdoor events. Take it away, John.